Hi everyone, this is Fake Hair Mama. Thanks for joining me today. Well, it's crunch time. Crunch time for my son's wedding, and I gotta fix this wig. She actually doesn't need much fixing, but I just wanna do a little tweaking to make her my own. This is Sheer Drama by Paula Young. She is in their couture collection, and I got her in the color 1426A. She is 100% hand-tied. I'm tongue-tied today. But she has beautiful color. I may want to add a little dimension here, not like major rooting like I've done before, but going to be using a different method today that one of my viewers suggested, and I think it'll be perfect for this situation. And I really don't know, with a hand-tied wig, you want your scalp showing through the openings or the fabric of the wig. And I just feel like with heavy rooting that it'll color that fabric and take away from being able to visualize the scalp. I don't know. That's just my feeling, but I didn't want a large amount of rooting for the wedding because I know some of you have thought this was funny, but when I used to dye my hair, it used to really bother me when my roots would start to grow and show. And I always wanted that clean look. And that's kind of like the look I want for the wedding. I don't want to look like, oh God, she didn't have time to touch up her hair, her roots before the wedding. So, but I do want to add a little bit, just a little bit, to add some dimension and some realism there. And the other thing I want to do is I want to see if I can just lift up these bangs a little bit. I may end up thinning them. I am not sure yet. And I'm trying to avoid, they seem to be out of my face today. Before, when I first tried her on, they were, maybe it's because I was trying to figure out where the part was gonna be. But they seem to be staying out of the way, and I don't feel like I need to trim them today. So we'll take a quick look at her cap. So you can see, very well done, just some fine mesh fabric here on the top. We have a wide velvet strip in the front, and we don't really have that much stretch in the cap. So there is a hole for your glasses, and there is a good strong metal stay in here to conform it to your head. And in the nape, in the back, we have some open wefting and a little bit of an extended nape. And there is some soft fabric here where the Velcro strips go on, but love those Velcro strips. So let's put her back on, and I'm going to be using my blow brush today. She may look a little bit wet. I did spritz her a little bit with some water before filming here. The only thing I've actually done to her is comb through her curls with a wide tooth comb just to break up some of those curls, but just beautiful. So just using this inexpensive blow brush that I got on Amazon. It's made by Conair. And if you're not familiar with blow brushes, they're just blowing some warm, gentle air, and they have a brush on them like a hairbrush. And so that way you can just put your hair where you want it and where you want some lift or a little extra curl maybe. And I've used this, use it with caution, but I've used it on wigs that are not technically heat friendly. It just, you just want to go slow. And but it's really doesn't get too hot. So we're going to turn it on here. So just want that lift near the root. Just putting my hand over it to kind of contain some of the heat. Okay. That doesn't look bad at all. I might do a little more. I'm just going to let that cool because now I have changed the shape of the fibers, but they're not going to keep that new shape until they're cooled off. So I'm going to just try a little bit over here as well. So I just left a little bit down here so it's not. So let's see if this side, okay, this side is pretty much cool. We're getting somewhere, guys. So I feel like I need to take a section over here and do the same thing. I feel like I'm lifting away the fibers a little bit away from the cap so it's not so packed down. Because this wig really doesn't have, there's maybe a little tiny bit of permatease back here, but not really. So I'm not wrapping the whole length of hair around the blow brush because I don't want to disturb these curls. I love the way that these are right now. So I feel like I've lifted up these here, but I'm still having trouble with this area. So I'm just going to clip this area back. Okay, that way I can focus on directly on that area. I mean, I could keep working on this area, but I kind of like where it is covering part of my forehead and creating kind of a natural hairline there. So now I'm going to put her on the wig head and we're going to get set up for the new rooting method that I'm going to try. If you wanted to get more lift, a curling iron, maybe only if your wig is heat resistant, you would get more lift there. Okay, so I have sheer drama here secured to my wig head with some T-pins. I do have a plastic bag over my canvas wig head because I don't want any of the rooting spray to go through and stain my wig head. So what we're going to need today is some tape, preferably paper tape. You want something gentle. I have the light brown rooting spray by L'Oreal today. Again, I'm just trying to keep things on the light side. I do have the regular brown or the darker brown rooting spray as well. And I'm going to be spraying some of the rooting spray into this little cup. And I'm going to be applying it with this Q-tip. So we'll see how that works. But first we're going to apply the tape. Just going to be applying the tape so only about a 1/4 inch of the roots show, because I don't want like a wide rooting area, like an inch on each side, like I normally would do. So I chose the paper tape because I know it's not really going to stick to the wig fibers too much when I'm trying to pull it off. It's going to be more gentle. So there we go. And then there's that side. Okay, not really seeing any. Okay, there we go. And we're going to do the other side. Okay, and don't forget the back. Wherever your part ends, you still want to do that area. Okay. Hopefully I won't make too much of a mess here because there is a pretty good nozzle on here. So just gonna. Okay, it feels cool on my fingers when I'm. So I thought it was kind of leaking through the. So it didn't really. It dries pretty quickly, so I put a little bit in my cup here. I'll have to keep putting a little more. I think this is going to work out perfectly. I suppose you could use a little painter's brush if you wanted to. I want to thank the viewer that suggested this method. I would have never thought of that. Okay, so let's take off our tape. See how easily that comes off. That wasn't too bad at all. Okay, so we have a little more dimension there. I don't know if I really would have needed the tape because I'm seeing some areas where I may touch up now because I think I didn't see any hair there, but it was just because there was a blonder color there. So I think as long as you're using the Q-tip method and you're careful not to go beyond what you wanted to do in the first place. And there we go. We got some dimension. Gonna let her dry and then I'll try her on for you. Okay, I think we got it. So I did a little more work up here with the blow brush while the rooting was drying, but I love the gentle rooting. Looks very nice. Added that little extra dimension that I think it needed to not look so fake. But the cap, very, very comfortable. And of course, being comfortable on the day of the wedding is going to be number one. But love the way the bangs are falling now. and I don't feel like I need to do any trimming because they're just falling where they need to go. And love these curls. Gonna be a comfortable length for the wedding. I will be, or need to, also practice some updos with this wig. I'm thinking probably gonna end up doing a half updo with her for the day of the wedding, but I don't want to be, doing that the day of the wedding. I want to know what I'm doing, and I want to know what's going to work that day. So, and I'm going to want to wear her, the day before the wedding, the day of the wedding, before the wedding. And so I'm not raising any suspicion with, family members, with the bride's family members that have not met me before. Maybe they know I wear wigs. I have no idea. But I don't want to be freaking anybody out, answering any questions that day. If they ask, certainly I will let them know. But perfect. I'm going to have fun wearing her even after the wedding. Thanks for joining me today. Please like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and stay tuned for the styling. Bye.